trend where you put pictures and someone falls in love with you.
I think I'm falling for you.
I drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, castle on the hill, wake up in the sky. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly.
I'm shy. I'm so shy. I'm not shy, I'll say it. I've been picturing you naked.
It was like my first,
Love.
yeah.
Oh my god นี่เธอกำลังเรียกร้องให้ผู้นำประเทศของเธอทำงานให้กับประชาชนอย่างนั้นน่ะเหรอเขาจะทำงานให้กับประชาชนทำไมก็ในเมื่อเขาไม่ได้มาจากประชาชนเขามาจากอุ๊ปส์เธอก็รู้ น่าเศร้าใช่ไหมล่ะ
Not giving her 70K, she cried and said it wasn't fair how I get whatever I want. When she realized I wasn't going to budge, she broke down about how I'm just using motherhood to be greedy and lazy. I have 2-year-old twins. I eventually told her I wasn't going to be bullied into giving her 70K. She's 15 weeks pregnant, hence why she's in a rush to be married right away. When I tried to leave, she just snapped and said I'm a bad mother since my mother-in-law stays over often to help. Anyway, she screamed about how I lied about my postpartum depression for the first few months after giving birth and it wasn't real, and I only used it to cover up how much of a terrible mother I am. An even worse wife since I wasn't well enough for intercourse for a few months. I told my mom and my mom told her. I feel bad for her since I know she's struggling, but I hate her for saying that kind of stuff in front of strangers. My brother, who's usually neutral, says I should forgive her since she's stressed from
Girls on terrace. I want to draw them. Hope they won't leave before I finish. Oops, they saw that I was drawing them. Hopefully they smiled at me. I have to sew them at the end. Well, let's go.
Bonjour, excusez-moi. Je vous ai dessiné, je crois que je vous avez remarqué. Et ouais, voilà. Du coup, je voulais vous montrer quand même, au cas où, avant de partir.
Ouais, c'est chouette. On peut le photographier?
Ouais, bien sûr.
Yes! This is why you should be very careful who you talk to online. A 16-year-old girl was home with her mom when she got a disturbing text message from a boy she had recently met on Snapchat. He told her he was right outside of her house, but when she went to look, no one was there. Frightened, she decides to sleep in her mom's room that night, and right before she goes to bed, she gets another text from the boy that just says, "I'm in your house." She shows her mom, who immediately searches the whole house, checks every door, turns on every light. There's no one there. So even though they're creeped out, they go back to bed. The next morning, she gets up and she goes back to her bedroom and immediately feels like she's being watched. She checks in her closet, looks behind her door, there's no one there. Then she noticed that the shoe boxes she normally kept perfectly arranged next to her bed had been moved. So she crouches down to put them back in order, and then out of the corner of her eye, she notices something. The boy who was texting her was...
Got pulled over today, and the cop comes to my window and goes, license, registration, and proof of insurance. And I look at him, I say, officer, I don't have my license on me, I don't have my registration, I don't have any proof of insurance. So then the cop looks at me and goes, then why the hell were you speeding? I caught you going 90 to 65. And I look at him and I say, officer, the reason I was speeding was because I just killed my girlfriend. I chopped her up and I put her in my trunk. So the cop backs off my window, says, listen, boy, wait right here. And he calls every cop in the area to come look at my car. So my car is now surrounded by cops, and the chief of police does a whole check. He checks my trunk, and all he finds is a backpack. So then he comes to my window. So the chief of police comes up to my window and says, listen, the officer who pulled you over said you had no driver's license, no proof of insurance, no registration, and that you just chopped up your girlfriend and put her in the trunk. But when I looked in the trunk, all I found was a backpack. I found nothing. And I look at the chief of police and I say, yeah, I know. This lying son of a bitch probably told you I'm speeding too, right?
Oh. Yo, that name tag is low-key ugly as fuck. Let me get you a better one. Come on, let me just get it. Damn. Jesus.
Oh, Leslie. I swear, she loves me. She's not always like that, but I guess she was having one of those days. I see you guys loved Mouse, so I'm doing my best to showcase all my other lovely coworkers. Let's get to it. Now, from Leslie's, we're gonna draw a character from Haiku, you know, that volleyball anime, specifically Hinata. Mainly because she was him for Halloween. If you somehow manage to find her Instagram, you'll see her pictures there. They are also really indecisive as most are. So when I typically make these name tags, I kind of just figure out what they like somehow. I actually really like Haiku. I never finished it though. You get to actually finish it? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, it's all done. Let's give it to her. Oh, Leslie!
Yes, Bobby?
With your rude ass.
A little backstory for setup. My husband died a little bit over a year ago, and he had a substantial life insurance policy as well as successful businesses that I recently sold. My brother recently proposed to his girlfriend, and her family came over so that we could start wedding planning. At dinner, my future sister-in-law pulls out a 3-ring binder and starts handing out information packets about her wedding. She also had a page that listed all of the expenses she expected everyone to contribute to. I looked at her and said, "You expect me to contribute? That's hilarious." And I was met with a stern gaze from my brother. "Oh my god, you're serious. Yeah, that's not happening." Cue the meltdown from the bride-to-be. Her dad speaks up and says he's giving $70,000 for her to do as she pleases. I get up to leave, and she gets in my face and said it's all my fault. I have the money, so I should be willing to spend it on her because she's going to be family. I just laughed, looked at my brother, and said, "Good luck with all that," and walked out. Ever since then, my future sister-in-law has been blowing me up and calling me names and telling me how awful I am. I know in my heart I'm not the asshole, but my friend seems to think I should contribute just to keep the peace in my family, which I don't really care about at this point.
Lukis pakai manik-manik, kira-kira hasilnya gimana ya? Pertama aku bikin sketsa di atas kertas biasa. Nah ini aku lagi coba teknik baru karena aku nggak mau sketsa langsung di atas watercolor papernya. Soalnya kalau sketsa aku masih suka hapus gitu buat dapetin proporsi mukanya yang akurat. Dan aku nggak mau watercolor papernya ada bekas-bekas hapusan. Jadi aku pakai kertas kalkir untuk transfer sketchnya. Sekarang kita bisa mulai painting. Aku ada request gitu untuk lukis dengan tema fairy. Jadi aku mau pakai color palette yang pink. Terus to make things a little more interesting, aku mau cobain metallic watercolor dari Dreamy Poppies. They're a small business yang bikin watercolor handmade. Pas nyampe paketnya, bagus banget packagingnya. Lihat deh, lucu banget nih kayak permen. Ini warnanya ada yang holographic gitu, jadi kena cahaya dikit warnanya berubah. Dan nama-nama shade-nya ada yang dari anime sama dari Genshin, which makes me really happy. But yeah, check them out. Mereka ada di Shopee sama di Tokped. Oh ya, aku juga ketemu manik-manik ini di lemari, terus aku kepikiran untuk tambahin dikit di bawah matanya. Terus aku tambahin detail-detail kayak kupu-kupu dan bunga pakai cat akrilik. And this is the finished painting. Shiny gitu jadinya. What do you think? Ini lukisan paling sedih di dunia. Judulnya Lee Saltembong, atau artinya The Street Performers, yang dilukis oleh Gustave Doré tahun 1874. Doré adalah seorang pelukis dan ilustrator dari Prancis. Honestly, this painting speaks for itself. Kayaknya ini satu-satunya lukisan yang pernah bikin aku nangis. Narasi dan cerita di balik lukisan ini tergambar dengan jelas. Doré sendiri dulunya seorang akrobat, dan dia pernah membaca di koran bahwa ada keluarga akrobat yang anaknya meninggal karena jatuh. Jadi dia melukis kejadian itu. Ekspresi ayahnya sedih, keluar air mata. Mungkin karena dia yang gak sengaja menjatuhkan anaknya. Di kaki ibunya ada kartu tarot yang mengartikan bahwa mamanya sebenarnya tahu akhir dari pertunjukannya gimana. Tapi dia tetap memaksa anaknya untuk tampil. Orang tuanya udah tahu performance-nya bakal bahaya, tapi mereka bikin keputusan yang gak bijak demi mendapatkan uang. Bisa dilihat dari raut wajah mereka menyesal karena sudah membunuh anak mereka. Tapi ya, it's already too late. Ada 2 version, kalau nggak salah versi yang ada kartu tarotnya hilang. Tapi versi satu lagi ada di Denver Art Museum. Selain pesan yang disampaikan, teknik melukisnya juga bagus banget. What do you think? Ya memang kesedihan itu relatif sih, tapi kalau ditanya, menurutku sekarang seniman, tapi dulu gambarnya kayak gini. Aku baru nemuin artefak, ini kumpulan gambar-gambarku dari pas aku umur 4-9 tahun. And I found something interesting. Ternyata dari dulu aku udah suka Taylor Swift. Penasaran juga kalau aku gambar ulang hasilnya gimana ya? Mumpung lagi seneng karena udah dapet tiket buat Eras Tour yang di Singapore, I shall paint the one and only Taylor Swift. Aku pakai cat air dari schminke dan watercolor paper yang hot press 300 GSM. Ngomongin soal Eras Tour, outfitnya magical banget, selalu gonta-ganti. Tapi yang gak pernah ganti itu poninya sama red lipnya. Itu trademark looknya Taylor banget. Aku sambil mau kandangan, jadi aku mau kasih lihat ke kalian a little bit get ready with me kali ya. Aku lagi ponian juga, jadi aku pakai rolan supaya rada mirip sama style poninya Taylor yang rada curly. Untuk red lipnya, aku pakai lip tintnya Implora shade 3 True Vintage. Kalian pasti udah pernah dengar tentang lip tint ini. Serius, harganya cuma 20 ribuan doang, which is crazy. Dan warnanya bagus banget and it feels very comfortable to wear, nggak kering sama sekali. Okay, back to the painting. Aku detailin dikit pakai brush yang kecil. Aku juga tambahin warna background biru. Ini bagian yang paling satisfying, peeling off the tape. Dan ini hasilnya. Ini perbandingan gambar dari 15 tahun yang lalu. What do you think?